Morning YouTube, KC Jilly here. It's a little bit cool this morning, not too bad. I got my light jacket on. I don't have a lot of gardening stuff. I did spray some bug spray on all my cabbage and plants, and so hopefully I'm going to see how that works out. If I stop getting all the killer holes and none of us dies of being poisoned, I'll be a happy man, but I'm trying to be very minimal when I do it. But I thought I'd take you and show you kind of a little bit around here in my courthouse. I don't know if I put it out there yet or not, but I started working for the county back in about 2008. So I'm in year 16, 17, somewhere in there. And around 2010, we started putting up Christmas lights every year. It kind of became a little every year deal right there at the courthouse. And at the time, I had kind of a split job. I was the park supervisor and I was also a trustee boss. And all that entailed is I was a corrections officer on paper. I went and did my test, and the sheriff carried my commission. And what I would do is I would take the trustees from the jail and we would work all over the county. We were pretty much just general maintenance and that kind of a thing. But we also got roped into a lot of helping on little honeydews and stuff like this, the light thing. And when we first started, we used to wrap my courthouse. I'm going to take you there and show you before this is done. But there's a lot of big pecan trees. They've been there for a while, and we would wrap them up into where the trees would fork off a couple times, and which is pretty high because some of the trees are up there pretty good. And we did that every year for years, and over the last several years, probably the last 3 or 4 years, we went through an election or two and got a new sheriff, and we're not doing trustees anymore, and so they're no longer carrying my commission. And now I do all this stuff by myself, but I've made life much easier on myself. So instead of going all the way up to the forks, I stop at the forks. I only go up as high as my arms reach because I still have to maintain the entire county, mowing all these properties and taking care of little silly things that nobody would ever even know. But I thought I'd show you today kind of how we're getting in the mood for Christmas. It's traditionally here, we try to have all this stuff up by Thanksgiving, and I'll set these lights on to timers so that when everybody comes home for Thanksgiving from out of town that hasn't been here in a while, everybody at the courthouse will be off for Thanksgiving holidays. But in the early mornings and in the evenings, these lights are on timers and the courthouse will be lit up, and it looks pretty and it just gives that homey feeling. So I just thought I'd show you guys kind of what it looks like around here. Now, you're not going to get to see them on yet. I'll show you that later, but I'll show you kind of the trees in the courthouse set up. You can check it out. Okay, guys, so I'm at the courthouse. Let me show you what's done and what I've got to do. You can kind of see all the trees have been wrapped. Some years back, like I say, the trustees and I dug ditches and ran conduit and plugs to all these trees, but I've gotten this northwest and that northeast quadrant done in the last couple of days. And now today's mission is to get that side and the southeast. And you can see these dadgum trees are pretty big around for just one guy. When I used to have the trustees, I would bring a tractor with a basket in there and we would go up in that general area right in there with all of our lights, and it really looked pretty. This still does the job, but it's something I can handle. So there's the other side I get to do today. Hopefully I'll get it all done. My wife's grandpa died, and so I've got that tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to get this stuff done and we'll check you guys out later.